Spartans! What is your profession? This is Sparta!
What is going on, everybody? We're back at it with another episode, and my hair is a freaking mess after a long day of work. So, do me a favor, if you're first time coming in, hit the like, share, and subscribe. If you're, well, I can remember my words. If you're a comebacker, if you come back so many times and you enjoy the show, please still hit the like and share, subscribe. It'd be appreciated. So, let's get into it. First of all, how is everybody's weeks going so far? I don't know about you guys, but I'm waiting for the weekend. The weekend is coming, but it's not coming fast enough. But Pete is taking a vacation next week, so he's looking forward to that. I am going away for 3 fucking days, and I don't want to hear anything. I'm literally going to be in isolation for 3 days. Nothing else. Do want to hear it? Turn my phone off. Literally getting off this goddamn limbo for a minute. But let's talk about this topic today. We are talking about the beginning of a journey. A new journey. A good journey. I don't know about you guys, but that happens more often than you think. Why do I mean by that? Like, anytime you start something new, like a new job, a new routine, a new relationship, a new adventure, it's going to be a new journey. But journey does not end there. It's always just the beginning. It's the beginning of a new incoming, I call it. So, where's my thing here? I know I just had it somewhere in here. I always lose that shit. Let's see if I can get it back really fast. Okay, so a new journey can be both exciting and a little dangerous because you're scared. And that's okay to be scared when you start something new. It's a different outcome, a different everything. So by doing this, you need to venture a different world. Whether it's a career change, a new hobby, or a personal transformation. It could be from any of this stuff. It could be, from working out to trying to think of the word I'm looking for right now. Oh, before we can move on, let's say hi to Mariana. Welcome. Let me get back to what I was saying. It could be a journey from losing weight, a new relationship, a new friendship, somebody new coming to your family, anything. Even this is a great one, actually. You guys know I'm a big animal lover. I love dogs to death. My little Alex is always running around and driving me up the wall. But that's a good new adventure. You are getting a new pet. That is an adventure that you cannot turn back. Where was I? The start of a journey is simple. It's a step towards growth and self-discovered. So let's get something straight here, guys. When you start a new adventure, it is a step to growth. A growth to becoming a new you, changing something about you. So when you decide to go walk through a door, nobody can make you walk through. You have to pick that yourself. You have to say, it's time for me to make that decision. It's time for me to take that step. It's time. So when you're ready to make that step, you're going to have to make it happen. Because it doesn't happen for yourself. A journey is like, I'm trying to put a word, like a tree. You're going to plant a tree. You're going to water it. You're going to see it bloom over years and years and years. That is a journey. You're going to see it come all the way to the tree and bloom the shit out of that tree. It takes time. It takes a lot of energy. But it's worth it. It's worth every moment of it. Before we move on, guys, I want to drop that link in the chat. So whoever wants to join us today, you can. And remember, guys, you don't have to have your camera on. As long as I know who you are in the background, doesn't matter. You can leave your, like I was 2 weeks ago, I had David on and he kept his camera off. That's completely fine. You can keep your camera off, guys. As long as I see who you are for like a minute, make sure you're cool, then you're allowed to drop it off. I'll give you the green light in the back chat. So, as I was saying, what was that? Let me get my notes back up here. This shows, our show, I should say, aims to explore the motivation, the challenge, the test that comes with taking the first step into unknown. Keyword, unknown. Sometimes you have to take a leap of faith. Sometimes you don't know what is on the other side. It's okay. Jump. And forget about it. And we have Cash in the building. What is going on, my man? How are you tonight? I hope everything's good on your side of the world. You know what? I never asked this guy. I know some of you guys where you're from. Some of you guys, if you feel comfortable from where you're from, let me see where you guys from today. What part of the world are we hearing you guys from? I'm very, very curious. Let me see who's coming on. So no answers yet. So let me hit one more person. See if anybody's showing up, because it'd be nice to have some people coming up soon. So let's get where we at. Where were we? So some of these questions I'm gonna ask when our guests start showing up is, what inspires you to start a new journey? What inspires you to take that step? What inspires you to be motivated to do that change? Whatever it is a career change, going to the gym, stepping into a different zone, whatever that is. Can you discuss the moment you decided to take a step forward or back? And that is a very important thing. You need to decide when it's time for you to take that step. What was the biggest fear before starting And how did you add it? So then how do you address it? That's a good question. How did you address your fears when time comes? When it's time to see what's going on? That is a curious thing I have. How do you maintain motivation when you're setbacks? You fall behind. You go with something else. Hmm. That is the question of the day. What would it be? What was the most soprano? Surprise in your journey so far? You're gonna have a little surprises. You're gonna have little bumps. You're gonna have everything. So let's talk about setbacks first. How are you gonna address it? You're going to have a lot of negativity people, whatever that case is. You might talking about your new career, your new journey, moving, weight loss, whatever. You're gonna have these negative people come and say, "Yeah, you're not gonna do that." Whatever, talk shit, whatever the case is. So you need to face the music, and by facing the music, you're going to win, overcome them. Simple. There's no question. You're going to. You always have to. You're going to. It takes time and a lot of patience to get where you need to be. Patience is one thing I had to learn the hard way. I'm gonna sit there and tell you guys I had all the patience in the world. I didn't. I'm gonna be a hypocrite and a liar. But now that I'm older, a lot grayer and wiser, patience has come more, I guess, more natural in a way. You know what I'm saying? It came to the point that I didn't know if I had patience at one point. That's how bad it was. Like, I used to flip up just like that. Switch. If I didn't like what I hear, I was off like a rocket. And that is the worst thing you can do. Because you never know what the person you're yelling at is dealing with either. You don't want to push them too far either. And that is the thing. It's a lot of in the middle. It's just a lot of questions. And we got a question from comment from Ariana. Sometimes in life, you have to talk to yourself in a mirror to face your struggles, and you need to, and overcome by talking positive things to yourself. Okay, let's break this down a little bit here for a second, because I know where she's going with this already. I think she saw one of my old motivation speeches when I used to do Motivation Mondays. So, yes, Mariana, you're 100% right. You need to talk to yourself in the mirror. But how you can talk to yourself is very important. It's easy said than done. It's easy to say, listen, I'm going to talk to myself in the mirror. I'm going to walk myself out of this. But can you actually walk the walk? Do the talk the talk? You need to do that. So actually, let me put I want to leave this up here so everybody can see what I'm saying. So when you talk to yourself, you have to believe in yourself. That's need number one. A lot of things can happen, but you have to believe yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, you're just wasting your time sometimes. When you're ready to believe yourself, then you jump. A leap of faith. The second part is face your struggles and overcome by talking positive to yourself. Okay, your struggles. You gotta face them no matter what. You like it or not, you're going to have to face them. I'm be very honest with you guys. You're going to have to face them, and it takes time facing them. To overcome them also takes time, and it comes with patience, like I said earlier. The patience is so important, it's not even funny. I know it takes a long time to earn patience and to understand that. But sometimes you have to. You have no choice. You need to do it. Sometimes patience comes at the wrong time, you think. And when you do figure it out, like, oh shit. And that's the first thing you're going to say. Let me see one little thing here really fast. So, positivity. How do you get positive and stay positive? The question is. Everybody's different. I can't sit there and tell you my way will work for you and your way will work for somebody else, or vice versa, or whatever the case is. I'm gonna sit there and lie to anybody. I have never will, never have. So this is my way. Stay motivated. I find a motivation video. I type in whatever I'm trying to stay motivated. Like say I want to go to the gym. Motivation videos about going to the gym. If you have no idea how many come up. Or stay motivated to be successful in life. Or to be positive. Whatever the case is. Look up videos. You'll be surprised how many are out there. And how many they hit home for you. How many will be like, oh, that dumb Greek had a fucking point there. Oh. Excuse me, guys. So, that's one. And she followed up with absolutely. No, let's see where we left off here. Let's talk about what is successful to you. Success in this one is different for everybody. Everybody has their own version of success and their own way of accepting success. That's number one. Let's get that out of the way and understand that. Because success could be so many different ways. Like buying a new car, getting that promotion, buying a house. Whatever the case is, your success is different every single time. Every single person is different. And that's what makes it different between anybody else. Your success is your success. That's it. There is no ifs or buts about it. Now, by that said, what is your success? Name one time that you felt very proud of yourself in the comments. That you were happy about your success. You were very happy how that turned out. You were happy the outcome. You were successful in the day. Again, successful comes in so many different ways, shape, way, or forms. Let's go to the next one. Oh, this is actually a really good one. Who or how or why was somebody or something was the greatest source of your support during this time? So they're going to hit home a little bit for a lot of people, including myself. So when I think about something like that, what hits home for me was the people around me. Those people have always been there. CQ. um, King, and some other people. Some people I cannot say because I want to keep their names private. Their success has been there, but their support for me has been even better. I'll give you a good example. This what I do now. King and CQ are the biggest supporters for me, and they always guide me the right way. When I'm starting to fall out, I don't really want to do this anymore, or why am I wasting my time? Nobody's watching me, but they always remind me why I do this. That is very important. Identify success in your journey. That is an individual question for every single person. I cannot sit there and tell you what identifies you versus me or versus somebody else. That is a huge thing. Because identify yourself to that journey or your story is per person, per individual. I cannot sit there and tell you how to do that. I cannot tell you how to do it or why to do that. That is your story, your journey. So, end of the day, are you ready for that? That is the question you need to ask yourself. Are you ready for that journey? Are you ready to share your story? And that is a big compliment, Mariana, because it's not like not everybody has surf safe. It's something that it takes a lot of time and effort, and you passing it is a big, big success. You should be very proud of yourself, and it's not like something. Not everybody has it. Only management usually has it. So you getting it is a big plus. So let me see where I left off here. Can you? This is an individual question again. Can you spell a challenge that you face and you overcome? Yes, I can. I'm gonna start this out right now until the guys show up. So to me, my hardest challenge always been my disability. Very simple. My disability has been something that I struggled over and over and over, time in, time again, day night, day out, because there's something that always hit me hard, but I overcome it. And nothing's gonna stop me. Nothing will stop me. It'll take time, but I'm gonna overcome this every single time. Simple as that. Sometimes it takes baby steps. Sometimes it takes more than that. But I have never given up on it, and I continue time in, time again to do it. Simple. It's not if I'm gonna overcome it, I will overcome it, and I keep pushing harder and harder every single time. That's how simple it is. I'm gonna give up when I'm in the ground. I have never, never given up. I'm not gonna start giving up now. there is no reason for me to give up. The only reason I would give up is because I have lost. And I'm not willing to lose yet. I have no reason to lose. Losing is not an option in my book. Losing is more people who hasn't already given up on everything. Why would I give up? And Mariana is saying, you got this and you will exceed and God will always be on your side. Oh God, yeah, he's always on my side. I know he doesn't always show his face and sometimes he takes a while to show what drugs I need to go to or where I need to be. And that's fine. But when he does come out pretty great. I'm not going to deny that. Sometimes it takes time, but I'll accept that any day. Any day of the week, I will take that. So, any comments from you guys? What do you think so far? Any comments, questions, anything like that? Let's talk about. You know what? Let me see if one more person is available. Because I forgot to respond to him. And I can ask him. So let's get back to this. Where did I go? This is actually going to. What kind of advice would you give somebody who's hesitate to begin a new journey? Before I do that, I want to read Mariana's comment really fast. And she goes, "I have a quote for you tonight. As long as you do your best, God will always take care of the rest." That is facts, actually. That's not a quote. That is facts. He's gonna always look out for you. He's always gonna take care of you. He's gonna always watch out for you. But he's never failed because the reason you keep coming back to me, he come back to you. I always expect him to watch out for me. So, what is advice I would give somebody? That is a good question. That is an individual question also. A lot of these are very individual because how can I give somebody... I'll use Mariana, for example. I have given her advice over the years. I'm not going to share it because I don't want to put her business out like that. If she wants to share it, that's up to her. But if I sit back and didn't, what's the point? I gave her the advice. I gave her when she needed tools. But here's another question. If you had to go back in time and give yourself an advice, something you hesitated or was scared to do, and when you did go back there and you fixed it, what would be one thing you go back in time, tell yourself to do different? Everybody has that one thing. I don't care who you are. Everybody has that one thing. And the last one, not the last one, but it's one of the few, towards the last one, says, how has starting the new journey changed you as a person in your life and person that grows? Impacting people. By me starting this, for example, I impacted a lot of people over the years. I impacted, let's see how many are now. I'm curious. Gives me an idea how many. I'm gonna tell you the exact number, and gives me an idea. 286 people I impact. Eventually, that number's gonna go up. I'm impacting every single person who hits that subscribe button, the like. And it means a lot. I always will try to impact as many people I can. I always have and always will. Because I have to. It's only time will tell. Time will tell. And sometimes that time takes a long time. We don't know how long you're going to be at the journey. Before we move on, let's take a little 5-minute break from this. Let's change subjects. Let's talk about beers for a minute. Of course, this is grooming and reviews. We got to. So, I know originally I promised you guys I was going to do another year, grow the hair out. And I'm in a roadblock, guys. A huge roadblock. Part of me says I went through that journey already. And I want to do it again, but I'm not really committed 100% this time. But the beard. I love having a long beard. Don't get me wrong, guys. I love it. But it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. And definitely the hair and the beard together, that's a lot of work together. So, what are we going to do? So we have a couple options here, guys. We can keep it nice and short, like this. And I want to see you guys, what you guys' opinions in the chats. Let's keep it board short or long. What I'm actually thinking of doing before I go on vacation, do a clean reboot, just shave the whole thing off and start over again. And go from there. The hair, I've been going back and forth. Do I want to grow it back out? Do I want to not grow it back out? Do I keep this style, the side comb over? What? Part of me is more pushing the side comb over. As much as I love the long hair look, it is a lot of work. I'm not gonna deny, it's a lot of work. It's always been a lot of work. It's not the first time I grew my hair on. Right now, I'm kind of don't want to do it right now. So I want to hear from you guys. Your advice: should I grow the beard out back where it was? Maybe longer this time, or should I grow the hair out? I want to hear your advice. I'm curious. I kind of want to see people's reaction when I shave it. I really am curious how will people react when I shave my beard off. That's is going to be something different. Let me ask you guys a question now. Would you guys want me to do it online? Or would you just let me just post some videos up? I want to hear what you guys think. Do you guys want me to do it live and shave it off? I'm curious of what you guys think. Would you want me? Don't shave it. Oh wow. Okay, Marion, I want to hear why. I'll wait. I'll give you like a minute because I know there's a delay on the stream. Why don't you want me to shave it? I want to hear your opinion on this. It's gonna grow back, so I'm not gonna keep it clean completely. I'll just do a full reboot. I'm just curious what you think. I'm just really curious. I'm curious what you guys really think. Should I do a free reboot or don't? I'm curious. I'm just curious where everything is. I'm just curious where everybody's heads are. I know we're right now we're deep in beer season. We've been in deep in beer season for a while. But right now, key thing, I'm gonna grow it back. I'm just doing a reboot, a fresh start, just for different. I know it's all up in me. I know it always has been, always will be. So yeah, so let's see where we're at. So let's get back to this. Okay, so hopefully somebody starts showing up soon because we're in a half hour into this. So, what inspires you to embrace the new journey? Oh, that's a doozy. It's a lot. Actually, I didn't share these comments first. It says, here you go. Boom. Don't shave it. I apologize. I always share all the comments. I look better with a beard. Total up to me. I know it is. And it's something that's going to take a while. Always has been, always will be. And it's something different. So, inspire the journey. The journey should be something that excites you, but makes you scared at the same time. It's up to you what you want to do about it. What's an individual challenge you faced that overcome that journey? So yeah, and that's where we are at right now. Where are you gonna be? Where is your journey is? You gotta stop and think for a minute, like I just did. You don't want to blabber anything out. You want to think for a minute before you answer that question. The journey could be great and anything. And Mariana says, okay, I think it's better to do it live if you're gonna do a reboot. Yeah. So the role you have to play is something that needs to change. So that's where it is. It's time to make a change, a different. It's always time. It's time for you to make a difference because that journey could make a difference so impactful for somebody you didn't have any idea. It's only take time to know that. So it always takes time to make that journey. Makes you think, are these people we look up to? How did they change the journey? How did they change all this stuff? How did they get motivated and everything? Yeah. So yeah. Makes you think where you go sometimes. Where are you gonna be? It makes you think where is the journey taking you now? A year ago, I didn't know I'd been doing this live thing. 2 years ago, before that, didn't know I was gonna do videos. I was talking about for years I was gonna do it, and I finally got to this nudge. I did it, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad you pushed me to do this. Glad, excuse me, that King helped me. Even when you're motivated, you might need that reaching hand. That's what you need sometimes. So, what is you guys' opinion so far? So yeah, where is you guys' opinion? Should it be something like that? Or definitely. So yeah. Mariana says, just keep going. If you fall, pick yourself up. Yeah, I agree with that to an extent, Mariana. But I got something even a little better for you. All right? I want you to go grab a piece of paper and a pen right now. If not, at least come back and watch this later. So here's the thing. Yeah, picking yourself. Here, I'm going to leave this up actually. Picking yourself up if you fall is good. I got a better one for you. A better quote, a better answer to that. We're all going to climb out the mountain. Mount Olympus. Climbing, right? So once we get to the mountain top, we slip and we fall. Now we're falling. But you're not going to fall backwards. You can't see anything backwards. You go so forward. As you're falling forward, you're going to see where you're coming from. You know, I just realized my lights are off. Yeah, that's a little better. So as you're falling and you're going down, you're falling forward, you're going to see where everything is. And then eventually you're going to get up. When you get up, you're going to run up the mountain. This time stronger and better. That's the difference. So when you get up that mountain, you will win it. You're going to win. You're going to be better and stronger. So now, Mariana, what do you think about that quote? Can you go up Mount Olympus? Can you overcome the challenge? That is the question I have for you right now. Let's see. After all this time, are you ready to take the next step? All right, guys, we're going to wait another 15 more minutes, and then we're going to plan B. Because a lot of people are not showing up they're supposed to. So yeah, where is your next challenge? What is your next opportunity? What is it? I want to hear. What will give you the next challenge to move on? Tell me. What is it? I'm here. I want you to tell me what is biggest thing you want to overcome this year. We have a few months left in less than this year. Let's see how many months actually, because I didn't even check to be honest with you guys. We got 4 months left in here. What are you waiting for? What's holding you back? What is really holding you back right now? In order for me to reach the to the top, I need to believe in myself. So Mariana, it sounds like you don't believe in yourself. I don't want to put your business out there, but why don't you believe in yourself? Tell me. You know what, Mariana? The link is in the chat. Get your ass in here. Let's have this conversation. Get your ass in here. We're gonna have a conversation on it. And keep your camera off. It's fine. We can just have a one-on-one conversation. Click on the link, or you want me to put it back? I can put it back in there if you want. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna put the link back in there. I want you to click on it. You can use your phone. You don't have to have a computer. Just try to be somewhere like not a lot of noise. To be honest with you, keep your camera off. Just type your name in the bottom. Follow the steps. It's literally very easy to use. And let's have this conversation. Let's see how can we fix you tonight to make you better. I'll give you a few minutes to click in because I will call you. I will blast you. Yeah, I will. So I'm gonna take a sip of my drink. I'm gonna wait a few minutes, and anyone or guests who's watching, gonna wait for Mariana to come on because Mariana needs motivation. And what are we really good at, guys? Is motivating other fucking people. On this channel, we don't have failures. We have winners. So we're gonna talk to Mariana tonight, live. So Mariana, you better be clicking that link. I'm not. I will call you. I got a microphone. I got a speaker. The phone's right here. I will call you. You think I won't? You better click on that link. Like I said, you can keep your camera off. It's fine. We're going to have a conversation. It's not a big deal. We're going to have a great conversation. Let's see what we can do to help you. And let's see who else can help you out there. Oh, wow. She's actually on. Mariana, welcome on the show. You can talk. Don't be scared. I'm waiting. I think you have your microphone muted, so you want to probably click unmute. It helps. Just saying. Mariana, if this is going to work, you cannot talk. It goes both ways here. Come on, Mariana. You're live. Remember that. So? Mariana, you want to try it one more time? Because I'm not hearing anything from you. Oh, I'm going to have to, close you out and have you come back in. All right. All right, man. Try and come back in. There you go. Whatever you're doing is not working. I just click out and climb back in. But you have to give your microphone permission. Maybe you didn't do that. I'm not sure what you did. Oh, there she is. Let's try this again. All right, Mariana, can you hear me now? Mariana, you have to click the microphone. I'm waiting. Okay. All right, let's try this one more time, Mariana. The third time's a charm. All right. Can you talk? You have to talk. I do apologize for the technical problems. Yeah, Mariana's not really very tech savvy. So, Mariana, you have to click the microphone. All right. All right, Mariana, you're getting booted off here because I can't. No, wait. All right. Come back out and come back in. Try one more time. That's all I can tell you. If you don't click the microphone, I can't help you. That's on your side. There's nothing I can do from here. So, till Mariana figures out how to use her phone, no fun intended. All right, let's try this again. All right, Mariana, can you please speak now? I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm serious. I need you to talk so this works. Are you okay? Give me something. Type something in the comments. Something. So I know if you're actually doing something because I don't know if you're talking. I cannot see your face. I can't see anything. The only thing I see is your name. That's it. I need you to hit permission on your microphone if you want to talk. Okay. Guess not. All right, Mariana. Mariana, you really need to hit permission on your microphone. Every time you come in, you're not hitting permission. I can't do anything. That's on you. All right, let's give Mariana one more chance, and I guess if nobody shows up, we might end it a little early tonight. So yeah, the journey. You guys have been on the journey with me for a while now. I've been doing this for about 3 years now, give or take. Let's see, actually, because I don't even remember how long I've been doing this. To be very honest with you guys. Let me see where it is. Tell you in 1 second how long I've been doing this. I'm going to be here almost 2 years now. That's a long ass time if you think about it. And to be honest with you guys, I am enjoying every moment of it. Even when I have technical issues, even when I have problems, I'm always going to be there, no matter what. Makes you think sometimes. All right, guys, let's give this another 5 more minutes. See if anybody shows up. I mean, nobody shows up. We're gonna call it for tonight because it's no fun having no guests. It makes it better if you have somebody to talk to. Yep, there she is. Let's try this one last time. All right, Mariana, can you speak now? All right, let me see what I can do from my side because I don't think I can do much. And if I can do anything. No, I can't do anything. He's actually. Oh, I'm Mariana's side. So, Mariana, we're gonna talk, or we're gonna sit here silently. All right. Got booted again. Mariana, you really have to hit the permission button because I'm about to end the stream in a few minutes if you don't. Because nobody else showing up. There's no point in saying this. And it just bothers me when people don't want to show up. It's part of the journey, unfortunately. Right, you guys? Part of the journey of people who don't want to show up. I'm going to give her a second. Then I'm going to, if she doesn't show up, oh, there she is. And hopefully she fixed her problem. All right, Mariana. No? All right. So I'll give you a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're about to end the stream now. All right, guys. We're going to call it early tonight. I'm going to go over a schedule real fast. And hang on one second. I got a message. Now I am. Alright, so let's do a quick schedule update and we're going to call it for tonight. So, this week I'm actually very excited to talk about. Mariana says sorry. It's okay, Mariana. It's not a big deal. I'm going to work with you so we can get you maybe on the next episode soon. Cobra Kai. Actually, I have an idea. No, we're not going to end it. I got you, Mariana. I have an idea. Hang on a second. All right, let's see what. This is plan B. This is going to be unprofessional, but I'm going to do it anyway. Where are you? Give me a second to find your ass in here. Benefit of fucking technology. There you are. All right, let's see if this works. All right, maybe this a little lower. We're gonna get her on somehow, some way.
Hello?
All right, Mariana, you're on live with us, so I'm doing this a different way. All right?
Okay.
All right. So I'm not sure who can hear us, and anybody can hear us, please give me a like or something in chat so we can continue. So, Mariana, if I understand correctly, do you feel not motivated somehow?
I would say at times, yes.
Okay.
There's no denying of that.
Okay. So why is that, Mariana? Please tell us.
Sometimes, okay, when you have a thought that says like you could do it, but then you have somebody else putting thoughts in your head
Mm-hmm.
that you cannot do it. So it's like you have a battle.
Okay.
Like somebody trying to hold you back. How you could, how you could do it. Show me if you could do it, but you don't need to prove anyone but yourself, because you have like a battle between you could do it, but then somebody could tell you you cannot do it.
Okay. So what is holding you back then?
What's holding me back?
Mm-hmm. Because your battle is with yourself. It makes me understand, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what's holding you back?
What's holding me back, I think, that I don't change my mindset. Like my mind.
Oh, hold on. Okay. So you say your mindset, okay? What's going on with your mindset? Break this down, because I know you, but everybody who's watching us on the stream does not know you, and who wants to give you feedback and to try to help you cannot understand how. So talk to us. Explain to us what is your mindset?
Sometimes, I worry too much. And I think that, oh, like, what happened if this person seems to be right about it?
Okay.
And, like, you always have doubts. But then, like, you had to talk sense out of it, not to doubt yourself. And sometimes I had to tell myself I could do this, not putting yourself down. But of course, you have people will try to crush you, like how you can't do it. Just saying, in my for what I experience.
Okay. So why are you listening to those people, first of all?
See, that's a good question. Sometimes I listen, but sometimes I waste my energy by listening to them.
Okay, you just said, literally, let me bring your comment right now here. Hang on a second, let me find that.
Okay.
Because you have a lot of comments here, huh? Oh, here it is. So you just said a minute ago, and this is where you're, in a way, being a little bit hypocrite, I think. Sometimes in life, you said, you have to talk to yourself into a mirror, facing your struggles, and overcome by talking positivity things to yourself. So you are giving me that advice, correct?
Yes.
So why are you not doing the same thing?
Um. Yeah. You.
I'm sorry?
Yeah. Sorry. I'm trying to close that thing off because it was blocking my background. Um. Sometimes the thing is, I need to like focus, get my mind cleared, like basically block everything. Because sometimes I need to be in a room that's quiet, just the room all on my, by myself, without having anybody, no interference, like a mind that you feel more, I don't know how to explain it, more like more at ease, more calm, more focus. Or, if you want to clear your mind of something, just block it off. Like, just have, like, basically meditate. Um, to just to I don't know if I'm coming out weird, but just to have a just block
So,
everything out.
first of all, Mariana, nobody is gonna call you weird or anything on any of my shows. So this is how you feel
Okay.
personally. So you just say what you feel. So
Uh-huh.
there is no weird or wrong answer to this. This is an individual personal experience, your personal journey.
Okay.
So
Yes.
continue.
Sometimes if I want to focus on myself, I just had to basically be in a room that's a quiet room, a quiet time. I basically block everything off. If somebody, let's say, decided to call me, I turn off my phone. I have to do that just to have my peace. Um, and also I have like a meditation calm music to calm me down, to block it, but also to look at, I basically look at myself in the mirror when, let's say if you had a rough week or a rough day, whatever, and because of course you're saying to yourself, I need to figure this out, but you cannot put yourself down. Like, you feel like you're trapped, but you want to get out. Um, you had to pull yourself out. I had to pull myself together, and to get out of that, like you have basically, is to change the mentality. Like, you go from beating yourself, but you have to pull yourself. Um, there are moments I strive. There are moments I don't strive. Like, the
Hmm.
moments, you have,
Everybody has their life.
yeah, basically. And I don't want to, give up that easily. like, whatever it is, if I want to accomplish anything, whatever it is, I just have to keep going according to your motivation Monday. You're not going to fall backwards. You can move forward. Basically don't look back, just keep going. I know life is like a roller coaster. Of course, there's, you have your ups and you have your downs. Just I had to keep myself motivated. I mean, of course, I could have anyone could talk whatever they, talk to talk. But meantime, when somebody could mention and give me advice, they can't follow their own advice. It doesn't matter who it is. In life, it could be a relative, friend, whatever. Some people don't even, some individuals could, you could practice what you say, telling me, preach it to me. But then in the meantime, your situation, is not any better. So who's there? Who's to say that you could give me a better advice? That's why I say, you know what? Let me have a moment to myself. Have a moment that I could, I need to focus what I need to do. Not to let anything that take effect. Like, I can get little things that affect you and take over. It's part of life. It's a journey, of course. Just, of course, you're gonna, it's life is not gonna be picture perfect, I would say. I mean, you're gonna have your moments. There will be, good moments, bad moments, whatever moments, all mixed emotion moments. So, but I just had to, if I need to pull myself, I just had to, basically just block it off, because any type of negative talk will take effect, and I'm not going to have that. So, and sometimes you need a moment to yourself to, you need to have quiet time. Have a moment to yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you tell the individual, like, listen, I had a rough day. I think I need a moment to myself. I need to, like, wusa, whatever, just, take it easy. And that's the way I look at it, and just take it one day at a time. I don't know what else can I put to say.
So you need to take one step at a time. Simple as that.
Yes.
And you can't rush things. That's the other thing. I think you're trying to rush a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And one of the comments saying, he says, fear holds her back. This is coming from Alicia. Do you think the same thing?
Even though she doesn't know, but she could sense it. Yeah. So fear, yes, I would say fear definitely holds me back. Even though, I'm a Christian, in the Bible, they mentioned 365 times, do not fear.
Okay.
So, yeah. So for me to get that point across, that I need to take little baby steps, even though I'm afraid. I had to take little baby steps. Do not fear.
Mm-hmm.
Do not fear. Like in every scripture, in every message is in the Bible, it say, do not fear. Yeah, it's fear is, it's always like takes a big effect, because sometimes, you have sometimes you have that bad experience, and sometimes you have these little flashbacks that you're like thinking, oh my God, do I have to go through this again? Whatever the case is, it's perfectly normal as a human being. You don't want to go through that, like that fear, whatever it is. It could be fear, like what happens if something happens to me, or, what happens if let's say the worst outcome. Let's say, I could go get up this morning, get dressed, go to work, but then something happened before I went to work. I can't make it, or I got, into an accident, whatever, anything could happen.
You can't think like that. That's the first problem. You always look negativity. You can't think negative. You can think positive. Like today's gonna be an awesome fucking day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck
Yeah.
it up. I'm not, and I fuck
Yeah.
it in a bad way. I mean, fuck it up a good way. I'm gonna fuck this shit up because I'm gonna be
Yeah.
that goddamn good. So you're
Yeah.
already starting just saying these negativities right now to us.
Mm-hmm.
But why? Why start even your end of the day today? Taking now is your end of the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct, Mariana? Right at 10:41, this is your end of the day, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so why finish your night in a bad sense?
I wasn't. The thing is,
Hmm?
the thing is, sometimes I've been fed with that for so long, and I know that's not good for me, and it's not healthy.
Okay.
And I know that it's almost like you flower a plant. You're gonna flower the plant in a well-maintained manner. You have to make it sure it's flourishing and not, like nice. But if you're doing that to yourself, you're gonna make yourself not flourish. Basically, almost like you're self-destructing yourself. And I know that's not good. What I'm, of saying that. I know that when I was growing up, there was so much fear put in, and that's not something I want. I want to, remove. Like I want to, like, it's not easy to have it done in one day. It's not going to be done in one day. That's like it's a slow learning process in order to remove the fear.
I agree on
Um,
that. Yes, it is a slow process. I'm not disagreeing with that bit.
It's been a while. Like, of course, there's little things I was afraid of when I was little, from a little child to all the way to adult. Uh, you know, fear little, the things that people think that, oh, why are you afraid of that? I mean, you don't like everybody's brain is different. So not everybody thinks the same. Everybody think differently, or somebody it affects how they was raised. So I know that my thing is I need to step back and I need to learn. Like nature take its course and let God be in control. I cannot let like I can't. There's something I don't have no control. Whatever in life how circumstances are. Um, I know that I can't let all these thoughts. It's too much to be feed in, and it's not good for me. It's not healthy.
Okay.
Um, um, I know that from, as I say, because that takes effect when you grow from a child. It's almost like a seed was put in, but you want to remove that seed and plant a new seed and change that seed into a positive seed to grow. Um, I know that sometimes you don't think, and then you like, okay, I need to just relax. And sometimes it's fed on with something. It could be somebody just like curse you out, or after that you step away, and I'm like thinking, give you a dirty look. It's like that, whatever it is. You don't even want to be bothered. Like you feel like, okay, let me just have a moment to myself. Let me close the door. Just let me
I think
shut
that's
this
your
out.
problem, Ariana. You want to be by yourself. Sometimes being by yourself is not the good thing. It's not the best thing. Sometimes being around other
Yeah.
people is a little better for you, if that makes sense.
Yeah. But you want to be with positive people, not people that brings you down too. Also.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing one bit of that. I always say when I did motivation Mondays, you remember I said is the people you evolve yourself. If you evolve with negative people, you're going to become negative. If you evolve
Mm-hmm.
yourself with people who are scumbags, you're going to be a scumbag. If you keep yourself with
Yeah.
positive people, you're going to be what?
Positive, a positive person.
Exactly. So by that said, you but you close yourself off from the world. How is that
Mm-hmm.
helping? Please explain that to me because I don't think it helps. I think it's worse.
I don't know. I know maybe I closed off and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It just, I just can't help it. It's almost, And also, I hate to say it, you know, and I'm not trying to offend nobody. Um,
You're not offending anybody because it's your opinion.
yeah, this is my opinion.
As long as
Okay.
you're not anything racist or any like
No, no,
politics.
no. This is more like there's, like if an individual, okay, I will like and respect you, but if you come out like you're gonna give me this one personality, but then you show me another different personality, you could be like genuine, but then all of a sudden like what the hell, like almost like you're fake, like you're not genuine, like why am
You just said
like
it, Mariana. You literally just said it. They're fake. So if
yeah,
somebody's fake, you don't be around the people. That's number
yeah,
one. You don't want to involve yourself around those people like that
yeah,
because how is that going to do anything good for you?
definitely not that well for me, because it's like I don't want to be like that. I know that um that's something that doesn't help, and I know that um doing this, just shut the world, and just even though I don't what's I'm trying to say, I know it's not good, but I'm taking baby steps. I mean, it's not easy. It's like a flower doesn't want to open, like, basically closed off, or it's basically like uh like like you had to move on. It's like a baby just always clinch it to its mother, like, in a way, you being so comfortable with that, but then there's a point that you had to do this. You had to accept that the world's out there in front of you. You need to explore. I mean, you can't be afraid. I know that just, sometimes it's hard, but I can't. You had to talk. Like, I know I had to talk to individuals face to face, whoever it is, doesn't matter. It could be somebody at work. It could be somebody to a local grocery store, or whatever, some random person, or somebody that you didn't see in years that you came across. Um, you know, there's gonna people. Some people um, could be come out nice, and some people come out not nice, and everybody's all there's people all walks of life that comes around, and then some people have a bad day and take it on the wrong person.
See,
It
when
just
people have a bad day, you can't really take it personal because
yeah,
their emotions are overwhelmed. So it's like a dump truck dumping their shit out. So when people snap
yeah,
at you, you kind of have to let it go. But
yeah.
unfortunately, I know it sucks. It's kind of catch 22. Do you actually want to let it go, or do you want to tell them go fuck yourself, kind of thing? So you got, but
No,
if it,
I let it go because I know that what the person's going through, probably, it's probably been, it doesn't stay, that you can't, because I understand when you have a bad day, that will, like, you have to vent it out, or whatever frustration. I know I don't hold it, because I know that I understand whoever, whatever the individual's going through, you have to understand in their position.
Mhm.
Basically, you have to have that empathy. Um, you can't like take it to heart, because you have to be in their shoes to understand what it's like. Because everybody's gonna go through, rough times, no matter what it is. Um, so yeah, just I know that I get very shy with, it's hard. It's not easy. And I know I'm not the only one.
No.
Um, I know I'm not the only one in no matter what part of the world, because I know that there's individuals from any walks of life. They could, just like, okay, I just want to focus and, block off, or, you don't want to have, you don't want no drama. That's the thing. I'm a person that doesn't like drama. I like peace and quiet. I like have a moment to myself to clear, just to brush it off, have a, calm, soothing music. to calm me down and relax. I don't need this, feeding, or I don't need to listen to the news because the news doesn't help either, because it just feed nothing but bad information and paranoia with all this going on. Um, you want to. I mean, it's good to do it, but it's not too often. Yeah, I need it
So Maria,
often
I have
to.
I
Yeah.
have a comment. Is a comment I want to read off for you really fast from Alicia. So hang on, let me highlight it really fast. So something did happen that
Hmm.
makes me, or you I should say, have fear even more.
Hmm.
Do you feel that's correct statement when she's saying?
In a way, yeah.
Okay. Can you get more? Do you feel comfortable maybe opening up and clearing up that in a way?
Um, to be honest, I'm not comfortable to talk about it
Okay, that's fine.
yet. It did something happen. This is when I was in my teens. So, and all this going up from my childhood to teens, but I don't want to elaborate what happened.
That's fine.
So, but yeah, that's what makes me cause to fear. This is why I'm so closed off. This is why the way I'm so, you know, I will say my parents were very overprotective, um, very strict. This is why the way I am. This is why I kind of give, like give that seriousness look. Like I don't, this is not a like a joking matter. This is, but of course, when you have something you could joke, but sometimes when somebody says something, it's like you have to know the person beforehand. Takes a while to know because you don't know if this person is serious, is whatever. So, um, yeah. So it's basically that affects me as growing up. That's that's what it is. I didn't have like a terrible childhood or anything like that. Just the feat of paranoia, the feat of being overprotective, the feat of this is why that makes me be closed off. Um, this is probably why, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not going to be also, I know that this is another thing. I'm not going to, um, this is not to come out strong or doing this, but I also don't want to be I don't want to be take advantage or oh this person is like stupid or naive, that type of thing.
I don't want to say I think you're super naive. I think you do need to stick up for yourself eventually. To be honest with
Yeah,
you.
yeah. So that's why this is the way I am.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I cannot help it. I know that's not good because what happens down the line, and it's like I understand, um, that's not the way I want it, but pretty soon there's going to be a point in my life that okay, I need a support or I need somebody to back me up. Like, you have to have a circle. I know it's not like, not somebody, like I could help, but of course I am like saying to myself, let me step back because, um, like sometimes you have to put your foot down. You're not going to have somebody to take advantage or say something totally to be disrespect. I'm not going to mention, but it just happened early this morning. I had to put my foot down before heading to work. I'm not going to elaborate something else that happened. So it's stupid, but it's a family thing. Um, but other than that, um, I know that it's going to take time eventually. That it's a work in progress, I will say. And I have to admit it, I'm not going to hide it. Um, I know that it takes time, takes baby steps. I know that for a long time, I'm being very overprotective myself. That I basically shut the world out. Um, That I know that, as I say, I'm not the only one. I mean, thank God there's people in this world. There are like very few people, but those are the people are the genuine people, the people that care, the people that are very very dear to heart. Those are the people that bust their ass. Those are the people that knows what's the difference between right and wrong. Those are the people know that to know what it's worth it, what's to care for. These are the people who know, like, you know, between the difference between genuine and fake. I know it's not a lot of individuals like myself.
Well, let's back up here for a second. Generate.
Yes.
How would you break that? Let's break that down. The word.
Yeah.
First, how would you break that out? Not me. You need to break that
Yeah.
down. So
Yeah.
my version is different than yours. I want to see your
Yeah.
version first before we
My
move on.
version, basically, because there's not a lot of, okay, you have individuals like myself. As I say, I shut myself out. And I know that, because a lot of fear. But as I say, also, in a way, you care, but you also don't want to get, what's the word? But you care, but then you get scared at the same time. I don't know how it make any sense. Also,
And it doesn't even make sense to me or anybody who's watching. It doesn't make sense for you. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
So go ahead.
It just, I don't know. It seems weird, but I know because I was being protected from my parents that love their kids very much. So that's probably why I'm like that. I don't know why. I mean, it's just to protect, because I know that, okay, I'm going to have to bring it up.
Okay. You don't have to, but if you want to, it's fine.
Yeah.
Remember, you don't have to use names. You can keep it right anonymous. Nobody knows you.
Yeah. Well, when I was growing up, we had everything. Everything was, the nice life and everything. My father has his business. This is back in New York. And my mom, as a housewife, and also take care of a job as a superintendent. We had it all. Okay. Live the life, not like, rich or anything, normal, regular people, go to school, whatever. 5 of us kids that my mom take care of us. Then it was a point somewhere in, I don't know, it just happened unexpectedly. I didn't realize my father opened a second, basically it's a bakery business. He had a second bakery business. And then he thought he could, handle the rent. Apparently he cannot. And then he listened to too many people. This is why it's never good to get advice from somebody that don't know what they're doing, is just trying to, I don't know, screw you up. And then find out when he had that first bakery business, we had somebody been stealing money underneath him. A person that used to work with him, she was working as a cash register. And he was wondering something is not adding up, because money was missing. And he noticed he was losing profits. He was not making money because it was been going on for several months. And he was like losing it. I'm like thinking, how this can be. And then my mom told him, somebody's stealing underneath you. And I say, you are being too gullible to trust too many people. I say, that lady that you hire is stealing money underneath you. And my father was, being denial. I said, come on, how that can be? Like, come on, she's a nice lady. Yeah, she's nice, but she's also phony. So come and think of it. And she got herself caught afterwards, at the time they didn't have any surveillance cameras. This is like in the early 90s, if you want to know.
Well, back then they did have cameras, but not digital.
Yeah. not digital. At the time, I mean, my father wasn't thinking at that time, but if it was, I mean, maybe he would save him all the trouble and headache at that time if it was. But then he got caught. She got caught doing it, and then oh my God, it was such a big, and she basically, she got fired because like how dare you? We trusted you, and then this is why we're screwed. That's why we can't even have the business. So you have people that telling you how to run, and then you have somebody that's being sucking up to you, and then all of a sudden trying to take advantage of your kindness, giving you an opportunity for a job, but you want to take more money out of the register. And then come and think of it, my father was disgusted, my mom was disgusted. I said, you're out. You're out. I say, forget this. Like, then my father can't pull himself because there was so much money lost. And then he trying to open another business, basically a couple miles away from there. He can't even afford the rent. So he lost all of it. And then the following year, my mom ended up getting hurt. She fell on the concrete steps on her back. Her back was badly injured. She can barely lift anything. So after that, she can't even, perform her task. She can't even, nothing. She can't even mop a floor or pull, usually she take bags of garbage out for let the sanitation trucks to pick them up. She can't even do that because she was in so much pain. And come and think of it, since she cannot perform her duties, the landlord, her boss, decided, oh, you cannot do the job. I'm going to have to find somebody to replace her as a superintendent. So afterwards, we have the notice eviction. They have us a 24, 40-hour eviction notice on our door. And this is also coming from the New York City Marshal, posting our door. And I'm thinking back because I remember this as a child, as a teenager, from I think 11 or 12 years old is when this happened. Because first my father lost the bakery business the year before, and then my mom lost her job. But they kicked, the day when the marshal came with the landlord, and we had this is crazy for you to believe, we had 13 cops in our house throughout, from outside, from the inside. I honestly was very scared. It was so much paranoia. I thought they're gonna split the 5 of us kids at the time, because we have the eviction notice, but we didn't have enough time to figure out where we're supposed to go. So we had our belongings, and we asked the landlord, please, not to throw our belongings away. We have boxes of clothes, we have furniture. They say, oh yeah, we have our stuff, because we have to take our stuff and leave. Basically, they give us time, to pick up the stuff what we need to take, because at the time we drove a very this is an old vehicle, the same vehicle. It's a station wagon. It's the same vehicle that I'm going to compare it to this vehicle, the one in Miss Doubtfire, the station wagon that is drove that by Robin Williams that played Miss Doubtfire.
Okay.
That type of vehicle. So my father drove that car, and we pack our belongings. We grab anything. I kind of regret to grab the other stuff because I had some personal personal stuff family photos. I had more than family photos. I had other stuff, and we basically didn't have enough time. So we basically, and then when we were leaving, basically we're homeless. We have no home. We had to stay either. We were debating between, because my father's side of the family do not like my mom, so they were like gossiping, and I don't need this.
So I'm gonna tell you advice on the gossip scene. Like I tell everybody that I know about that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It doesn't personally affect you. Why the fuck do you even give a shit?
Um,
I'll put it
it
this way. I'll
didn't.
put it the other way. I put this, all right? If
Yeah.
it doesn't, like my mother says to me all the time, "Oh, you can care what people say about you." Like, no, I don't give a shit because they don't put food over my roof. I mean, you don't put a roof over my head and food on my table. So why the fuck would I give a
Mhm.
shit?
Yeah. So, my face is already, even though you don't see, but my face feeling red, because it's something that I had to get it out. Why this is the way I am. Okay. Um, then when we left, I remember the landlord, he has his, individuals that, do the cleaning or the painting, whatever. They were like laughing at us as we getting kicked out because we have nowhere to go. And I asked my mom, what's gonna happen to us, or where are we gonna go? Like, and then I said, why are they laughing? I said, why? It's funny. Like, us 5 kids, we end up getting kicked out with,
Mm-hmm.
and then my mother confront my father. I say, how could you do this?
Okay.
I say, how could you do this? Why you let this happen? Like, it was like she was so frustrated because first you lost your business. Now I am disabled. I can't, like, it's like she had to get it out. How this happened? How come we got so, like, almost like you feel very defeated, like you have, um almost like, um it's like you're,
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
yeah, um like the world destroyed you, like you don't trust the world. um you have people laugh at you. It affected me to see that. um you We had it all, but all of a sudden everything kind of snatched away. This is why I'm so closed off. This is why it's hard. You have to build trust in order to know you, like, somebody had to have your back. Um, I know it's life like that. I mean, no matter what it is, I know that happened a long time ago, but that's still, um, um, like a reminder. Don't go through that again. Um,
All right,
I'm
Maria, hang on a
sorry.
second. Hang on. I got Paul on the line here too with us. So, hey, Paul, what's going on, bro, my man?
Hey, what's good?
Good. So, Mariana, Paul is one of my really good friends. He's the wise man, the president, I call him. So,
Mhm.
Paul, you've been listening to into this, right?
I've listened to a little bit. I've been literally, I just put some work down before I joined on, so I'm not quite sure what the topic is, as well as I've been listening to uh, Mariana. Is that pronounce your name right?
Yeah, that's correct, Paul. That's her name.
Mariana.
Correct.
Yeah. So I've been listening to some of her story regarding just the life she's lived, basically the family situations that she's live with. So I don't know on what angle do you want me to take this on,
Any way
or
you want to give her advice. She's all.
but advice on what? Like I
More
could just
specific.
ramble, but is if there's something specific that she's looking for regarding what specifically, like where she is in where she is in her life or whatnot, and
Mariana, you want to answer that
what can
question?
I, yeah, if you want to kind of
Yeah, I
summarize a
can't even
little
hear
bit.
what
And
he's saying. I'm
So,
sorry.
so Poe is asking is if you
hang on, the
want to.
volume's a little bit low. I'm trying to turn it up a little bit. Hang on a second.
It's okay. So first of all, I'm on. She's on the phone. I couldn't get her
Oh,
frustratingly,
okay.
so I'm kind of like, this is the best I can do. So bear with me. So Mariana, he's asking, what kind of advice would you like Paul to give you specifically? Because that's why you're here tonight, to give our advice to you. So I give you my input so far tonight. So what kind of advice you want Paul to give you? Any specific topics?
If I
Or
could,
what?
again,
If,
I'm
if
just coming to
anything.
the conversation, so I'm no expert or
How to
anything. But
overcome when something like in the past that you
mhm.
feel that it's almost like, I don't know how to explain it, like how to overcome not to feel so closed off. It's almost like you're afraid of the world, you're afraid of people.
Mhm.
Like you don't want to feel that way. And maybe it sounds silly to say that. I mean, this is because how to learn how to overcome it, not to feel it sounds ridiculous, but I'm just
Well,
saying
no,
how to
well,
like
I
just
think it's a little
not to
broad,
feel,
and I
to
think
not be afraid.
Okay.
I
Because
got you.
sometimes, yeah, I am
Yeah,
basically, I'm closed off.
I
Not
got you.
be
But that's
afraid.
right. But that's pretty broad. So I'm gonna see if I can get
I
something
mean,
a
I
little more
know
Hang
specific.
on,
there's,
Mariana. Hang on, Mariana.
yeah.
He's talking. Give him 1 second, right?
Okay, I'm
So
sorry.
No, you're fine.
no problem, no problem. So I just want to get a little more specific in terms of what do you want. Now, to say I don't want to be afraid, I think that's broad because we all have fears and obstacles over everything. I mean, that's just you're a human being. So those things kind of go with the territory regarding, fears of whatever. But specifically, what do you want to get over? And not everybody has to be in your world. So, are you? Let me ask you. So, from what I was hearing about your family, I mean, there's been a lot of family drama. We've all been through it. Trust me. I can tell you stories about my family. I mean, at I funeralized my mother last week, and one of the titles for my family that my sister came up with years ago is that we are the functioning dysfunctionals. Right, that's the name of my family. That's kind of our moniker. So we've had to overcome a lot and deal with a lot over time, and so so we're all going to have that. But to ask for a general sense, well, I don't want to be afraid of what? I mean, I would say in your immediate circle, do you have friends? Are you married? Do you have a significant other? What occupies that space in your life?
So Mariana, he's asking right now, like because you have nobody in your life right now, pretty much, like no husband, no boyfriend, who you have on your family, right?
Yes.
And
Okay.
even with the family, though, it's kind of strained a bit based on, again, I guess there were some business decisions that maybe your father did from years ago. There's your family's had some hardships or whatnot. So even though you guys are close, but it's not, but there's definitely been some distrust that was built up because of situations that happened. I think you said your father owned a bakery, and so there were some things there that even within your family there's some distrust there. So family's what you got, but even the family that you have, there's still issues that you're affected by.
Did you hear that, Mariana, or let me repeat it?
Repeated.
So what Poe's asking is pretty much you have your family that you care about, but that's where a lot of your distress comes from. Is that fair statement?
In a way, yeah.
Okay.
There's no denying of that.
Now I hear you. I totally I totally understand that. That's a tough one. I got to tell you. I don't know. Certainly, I think at different touch points in my life, I've had the fortunate blessing of either people or organizations that have come into my life that have allowed me to build trust with, to grow with. Trust is something that's built over time, and being, with people doing positive things. I think you build that over time. And then again, probably my ultimate blessing was, certainly meeting my wife years ago. That was the first time a woman really ever loved me like that. So, I've been very fortunate in my life to have people and circumstances and situations come into my life at the right time, so that otherwise I could have been a very different person. And certainly I also cling a lot to my faith also. That also helped me in a lot of ways to get into circles where I could build trust with other people. So as far as how do you get over the distrust, I think you need to be a part of something that allows you to build trust. And trust isn't something that's given to you. Trust is earned. I've said this before on the show. Respect is given always, but trust has to be built. And the only way you build trust is through time and effort. And so are there opportunities for you to join some group or some sort of cause or something that you could find yourself giving something positive, something that you think is for a good cause, something that you could participate in, that you can give more of yourself to, and then over time you build trust with those who you are working with? Is that an option that um is that an option for you?
So, Maria, he's asking because I know you can hear him because of the way things are set up tonight. Can you join a group that will help you, or maybe something with a church or anything like that? That even an option for you? That's the first question he's asking.
The first question.
Yeah, is that even an option for you at this moment?
I have to see which church that provided.
So I'm gonna give Paul a little feedback on this too. So Paul, she's very religious too.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a plus in my eyes. I think of it. So what have you? Maybe she can go somewhere in the church and ask questions. Maybe how.
Well, I think there's two aspects to that.
Okay.
The fact that she says that she's very religious. Now, again,
hang on a second, Mariana. Go ahead. Go ahead, Paul.
Okay.
so the fact that you are, I'm assuming she, just by her name, is she Greek also? Greek Orthodox?
She's Orthodox, but she's not Greek.
Orthodox, but not Greek. Okay.
Yes.
So if you're if you're religious like that, I think part of religion, I think, is about relationships, right? The two greatest commandments is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and strength. And the second thing is just like it, love your neighbor as yourself. There's a vertical relationship, but then there's also a horizontal relationship that you have with other human beings. So the idea is, being part of not just going to church, but being part of a church or a body where you're actually doing things where you can fellowship with people, where you can serve other people. If the church is very charitable, if they do things like for the community, serving people, the poor, the needy, widows, and just things where, because I think where a lot of times when people, and what's helped me over the years is knowing that I'm doing something that is positive for other people. And I think a church, especially a good church, a church that is civilly minded, oftentimes gives people an opportunity to serve in those ways. And when you do that, I think what it also does for you, it builds up in you a confidence. It builds up in you a sense of worth, a sense of pride, not in a bad way, but pride in such that you can take solace in knowing that I'm serving God and I'm serving my fellow man. And when you get together with people who have that same kind of cause, that same kind of minus, then I think that's how you can help to build trust and build relationships with other people. Oftentimes, relationships are built through activity. But then as you go closer, as trust is built, then you build relationship personally. So I think I think a good start is to find some, if it's not a church, find some organization, something that you're passionate about, something that you can feel good about, and participate. So get the ball rolling through participation, but over time, that's an opportunity to build trust. And when you build trust, you can then build relationship. And that can help to break down some of the mistrust that you've experienced over your life, and certainly with that of your family. That certainly helped me in a lot of ways, especially when I got to college. I know being a part of 100 Black Men of Rutgers University, shout out to those guys, because those guys really brought me out of my shell. I was a pretty introverted guy, and certainly those brothers in that organization, they helped me, one, to utilize my gifts, because I was really into computers and IT and desktop publishing, so I was able to do a lot of banners and flyers. So I felt like I was part of the group, not just a member. And just, hanging out with those guys and just building over time. In fact, to this day, is like nearly 30 like 40 years later, we're still, I'm still tight with a lot of those guys. I mean, we get together, unfortunately, for the wrong reasons sometimes. A brother dies or someone dies, something like that, but we're still close because of that work that we did together. So find a group or a cause where you can actually do some work that is rewarding. And as you work with the people in that group, you will find that you may build some relationships. And not everybody at the same level. Like out of 10 people, there might be 2 people you might get really tight with. But that, I think, it has certainly helped me over the years. I can only talk from my experience. But being part of something and doing something positive, I think can have a lot of benefits for you in a lot of ways than just, staying kind of where you're at in your current situation.
So, Mariana, I'm going to show you the playback. It'll be easier for you to listen to the playback than me going back and forth. But thank you for coming in tonight.
You're welcome.
All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I can, when I was listening to this, I can understand. I can certainly empathize with someone who's basically had a lifetime of mistrust, even from her inner circle. So I can certainly understand why she is the way she is. In fact, I would dare say that most people, if they found themselves in a similar situation, that they would also have similar feelings. And like I said, growing up, I didn't have a lot going on that would have, certainly made me optimistic about humanity, quite frankly, just because of the circumstances that I went through. Did you get a chance to see my when I eulogized my mother?
No, I didn't get a chance of it. I've been a little hectic with work and everything.
Okay, yeah. So I kind of touch on some of that. Certainly, with that situation growing up. So a lot of a lot of lifelong situations like that can certainly leave a lot of people bitter. But again, it was about timing. It was about situations. It was about causes, people coming into my life at the right time that provided me opportunities to grow as a man, and as a human being. I think we all need that at some point in our lives, and so that's what I'm saying. If you want to be more proactive about it, again, find something that she really enjoys. It could be a hobby. It could be an activity. It could be quilting. It could be painting. It could be whatever. Get with a group of people that share your same enthusiasm, and through that time and effort, you can start to build some relationships. But again, I'm also cautious about the number of relationships that you can build. That's why when she started out, she was saying, how can I be more trusting of people? You don't have to be trusting of a lot of people. you shouldn't be necessarily be trusting of a lot of people, right? There's always going to be inner circles. There's layers to this, the people who are closest to you, and it might not even be your family members, quite frankly, where you build your strongest relationships. The Bible talks about a friend will stay closer to you than a brother.
Mm-hmm.
So, so again, you're going to have that inner circle. You're going to have friends. And quite frankly, on the friend thing, I'm very measured in terms of who I would call like truly like on that friend level. I think we have a lot of buddies. I think we have a lot of associates. I think we have a lot of pals. But true friends are rare.
I totally agree.
And if you have more than 5 friends, I don't know if you really have any, quite frankly. I mean, like we talking about ride or die, anywhere in the world, be there 24 hours, anywhere in the world to meet you and whatnot. I don't know if most people, that's why social media, I think, messed a lot of people up. Where people thinking, oh, I got thousands of followers or millions of followers or whatever. But those people, are they there for you or are they there for your content? And so I think social media messes a lot of people up in terms of how many friends that you truly have, but you only need a couple, 2, 3 died in the wool. Yeah.
I always say if I can, my friends, my guys who I can ride to the end, and I can call them right now, including yourself, Paul. If I call you, right now, I know you'd be in a car and come and help me if you could. It also depends what it is too. It's literally I can count on one hand.
And that's it for most. And like I said, if most people have that, you're a blessed person. So again, I think what I've also said that people live at the level of their expectation. So if you expect to have dozens and dozens of friends or hundreds of friends or what have you, that's not a realistic expectation. For most, if you have a good spouse, I think that overrides everything else also. So I'm blessed. I have people who I say are really close to me, but I can do, if I had my dog and my wife, because my daughters are grown now, so I don't even think of them as like, they're my daughters. I protect them. I love them. I do whatever, but I'm already thinking like they're going to go off and have their own lives and do, what they do or whatever. I don't look to them for companionship, so to speak. Yeah, it's cool. We go out every once in a while. We hang out as a family or whatnot, but that's not needed. They have their own friend circles and groups and they do their own things. But if I was on an island with somebody, it's like, all right, who do I want to be on a deserted island with? Give me my wife and give me my dog, and I'd be good for a while. So even just to have that. So again, Mariana, if she found someone to that she could truly love and be loved by, especially these days when we talk about relationships, all the shows we've had on relationships and whatnot, you're a blessed person. So yes, your husband can be your best friend and your lover and all those things. That's why if you get one, if you got a good one, that's why you need to treat them right. Because again, people take for granted that that's not something that's always available to you. So yeah, but her overall with her just her life experience that has made her the way she is, this fearful person, not wanting to reach out, not wanting to form relationships sometimes. Those are things that I the only thing that's helped me, and the only thing I can recommend to her, again, find something that you're passionate about, find people who share that same passion, and just do the work, action, do things, participate with those things. But again, in tough times, it's hard to find faith in God, but again, God also works through people. So again, what is this faith in God? That's vague. Bible also talks about you can't say that you love God and hate your brother at the same time. You can't, that's not compatible. How oftentimes where is God? New Testament, Jesus talked about that, says, when I was sick, did you visit me? When I was naked, did you clothe me? When I was hungry, did you feed me? For those that which you do for the least of these, you do unto me. So again, so oftentimes when we looking to find God, that's not like going up to some mountain somewhere and trying to find God in a cave, or reading the Bible cover to cover and no one's quoting scripture left and right or whatever. I don't think that's finding God either. I think you find God through people, serving the least. I think you find God in a lot of those ways also. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. It's about relationships. So I think even then we have to, think more about what does it mean? Okay, finding God. God says, I'm right here. God, in the Christian faith, we believe that God is omnipotent, God is omniscient, and God is omnipresent. So God is right here. Like I said, I don't have to go to Tibet in some mountain cave or something and find God. No, God is right in front of me. And a lot of times we miss our opportunities to see God because we're so concerned with ourselves, or we're so concerned with other things. So again, I think for a lot of us, again, getting into this attitude or mindset of service to other people, mentoring, counseling, whatever. I mean, just doing things that create a positive outcome for other people. I think that would do a lot of good for everyone. But I think it increases your self-image, that you're doing things that are worthwhile. It allows you, if you have certain gifts and talents and abilities, it allows you to put those things into service. And I truly believe, just as a man of faith, I believe that when you're in doing those things, I think God sends people in your life. I just believe that. I just believe God puts people in your life. It may be for a reason, and it may be for a season. So again, God may put somebody in your life for a season, but to give you exactly what you needed in that time, if you're putting God first. And that doesn't also mean being in church 24 hours a day, or reading the Bible 24 hours a day. I think it's about, again, being in the world and being about, how can I help people? How can I serve people? How can I be light, salt and light in the world? We have a lot of judgment in this world. We have a lot of people saying this is wrong with the world and this is bad and this is that. Can you find good? Like Marianne was saying earlier, it's like, yeah, don't turn on the news, especially now, because it's all negative. We're in this political season and everybody's losing their minds. Yes, I believe in voting and I believe in, making good choices or whatnot, but whoever the president is, my Bible tells me that God is the one who decides which governments rise and fall. That's in Romans chapter 13. And that I'm supposed to pray for my leaders. So whoever wins, I'm praying for them, that they lead with conviction, that they do the will of God, that they stay healthy. So I'm good whoever wins this election. I have my opinions on it, and in terms of who I may decide to vote for. But whoever that is, it's not ruining my joy. It's not taking away, who I am. I'm gonna get up the next day after the election. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do what I need to be about. I'm still going to be about my business, and that's being the best husband I can be, the best father I can be, the best dog parent I can be, the best brother I can be, the best employee I can be, the best personal trainer I can be. I'm still going to be in that energy. So I'm not going to be affected by, what's going on, out there. So again, I think that's really where, find that, but start with, what are you passionate about? What do you like? And find those people, find opportunities to serve. And I think people come into your life who are also looking. I don't think you're alone in that. I think there's people out there who are just like you, who have been burnt by either a bad breakup or relationship or family drama or whatever. Like I said, I come from that. Grooming's life hasn't been roses either. He doesn't come from the Brady Bunch either. So we all got stuff. But the fact that he decided to start a YouTube channel and opens it up for people like you. That's how I was telling them before I, when I said I was going to come on, I was starting to listen in. I was about to come on. I said, look, if you want, keep the conversation going, because I didn't want to interrupt. Because I think you were doing something for this lady, just giving her a platform to let go of some stuff or to talk about some stuff that she probably doesn't share with a lot of people. And so the fact, Pete, that you was opening up your channel to that, salute you, brother. Because how many other people would have been there in that time? How many people would she would have called in and put that out there like that? So you never know what, in what you're doing, but as long as you're about your business, again, you don't know who God is going to put in your life, who you're influencing in a positive way, even people who may not even, that you may not even know, because all this stuff travels worldwide. You don't know who's listening in. You check the viewership, you check the metrics on your channel. You don't know where all those people are.
No, I don't. Like, that's what I said at the beginning of the stream today. I know you didn't hear it. I said, why don't you guys put your, what state you guys are from or what location? Not like exact address, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
Nobody did it, but that's fine. Like, and that's what I said. I have right now, as we speak, about 286. I'm touching 286 people every time this stream goes live.
Well, that's the followers. But I'm talking about. I mean, when you drop shorts, when you drop,
600.
That's what I'm saying. So you don't know where this stuff is going. You don't know what people are receiving it. So again, you just have no idea. So again, but you just do the right things. And like I said, you do the right things and let God do the rest.
So
you know what I'm saying? So that's why I never get, again, so I worry less these days about, what I do. We just do. When we talk in the gray area, man, that's just as, to me, that's as real as it gets.
I agree.
It's just two brothers just talking, man. I mean, if we hit some stuff or whatever, we just hit it. You know what I mean?
What I like to do in a couple weeks, let's get Mariana back on here.
Sure.
I'm gonna fix her shit and fix her side stuff. I don't know what's going on. But when her shit is fixed, let's have you on too, keeping full. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, full side of it. But quick schedule. I have the schedule up for next couple weeks. Really fast. We're this week Saturday. We're talking about Cobra Kai. BMU's supposed to be on. I gotta remind them. Hopefully you didn't forget. Next week is a very exciting episode. I have not asked you to stop being a woman. Please don't stop me. Ask me a man. King and Michelle are supposed to be on. I have not. That's not confirmed yet. So don't quote me on that.
Right.
So Saturday, I am going to be out of town. I'm going to be on vacation.
Finally. Congratulations.
So I was going to ask if you want to take over the show that Saturday.
Saturday, what date is that? Because I know
17th.
There's one. Saturday the 17th. Let me mull over the weekend, because I know this weekend is going to be pretty busy for me. In fact, I hope to be on by 9:30 for your Cobra Kai show, because I know I'll be in South Jersey for a good portion of the afternoon. I should be back by the time the show starts, so I'll definitely be in the middle of the stream when it's on. 17th, I can't think of anything off the top, but let's talk about that a little bit more.
Because I'll be in Maryland. I'll be able to see Q for the weekend.
Okay.
That's my little getaway from everybody.
Right.
John Wick versus Equalizer.
See, I can't. One, slay me again. I haven't seen any of the John Wick movies.
Okay.
So,
how about you run the show? You tell me the subject you want to talk about that day.
I'll think about it in the meantime. So I got
okay. I can move
8 days to think about it.
For the 22nd, we are talking about body count. What is your body count? Why is that so important to some people? And the last one is on the 24th. Again, this is going to be moved around a little bit. We're talking about Planet of the Apes, Evolution of the Cinematic Legend. I don't know if you saw the last one, but dude.
I didn't see the last one. I saw everyone except for the last one. Don't watch it.
Don't bother.
Okay, all right.
That's how bad it is.
But I go back to the old ones. So I'll.
I didn't like the old ones. Maybe because my dad forced me to watch them. But the new ones I liked with Caesar and all those guys. Right.
Yeah.
But if you want to watch the new one, it's free on Disney right now.
Is it? Okay.
Yes.
I don't have Disney Plus, but
I'll give you my account. Shh, Disney, you're not supposed to hear that. Right, so let's close this shit out. Obviously, hey, let me get your theme song. I didn't get your theme song today because of everything going on. So we got Paul, the president, myself.
This is Sparta!
That was pretty loud, but that's nice though.
From my side, so low. Anyway, I'm Grooming Reviews 101. As always, stay fresh.